Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome to Athral Studio, and this is Anuja Pandey. And today we are be talking about Jamini Roy and his paintings. We have already covered one session on Jamini Roy, that was yesterday. Those who have not watched it, please watch because there would be few things that we have covered already in our day one of Jamini Roy, and we would be talking further on his style and his why was he famous and what is so special about Jamini Roy. So as we talked before, and this is a continuation from where the art is linked. So we started with the Kalighat paintings, that is a kind of a Bengal Patachitra. So Patachitra, then Kalighat, and then why Kalighat? Because Kalighat paintings influenced very deeply, and Jamini Roy took that style, the folk style, as his main style after experimenting all the European forms and his styles in mediums as well. He stuck himself to the folk arts and with the natural colors. There has to be something special about it. I welcome everybody here. Those who have not watched the previous video, I will just show it here. We prepared this, we were talking about, and we did this painting, that is a Jamini Roy, very simple painting, but we talked a lot about his style, his life, and his experimentation, and why was he so famous. Now today also we will create a painting which is the full body, how to do the full body and the twisted body. So that is a very beautiful style that we see in Jamini Roy. That is a series that he has done for the dancers and the gopinis. So there are few full figures, very bold colors, very strong sweeps of strokes, very solid and confident lines, and that makes it very special. So the block of the color really captivates you. You cannot wander here and there. So that is something. It doesn't take you for a trip. It is just a magnet, and then you get stuck to the painting. So that is what is the enigma of that artist and his style. Thank you, Mehak Sheikh. Thank you. I forgot to check it here. Very good. Thank you, Vaishali. So, what then today we will be doing the face of a lady, which is very famously known as Gopini, and that is a series that has been done. We will take one of those and do it. We will talk about it and what are the main proportions. What is very peculiar about Jamini Roy's painting is that it has a beautiful symmetry, but there's also a lot of abstraction in his art. So when you look at the body, sometimes you will see that it's like simple curved shapes, but yet they are very beautiful. Symmetries are always very important because they are very symmetrical. They are very symmetrical. Even the line thickness of the lines will just go continuous. So it's not it's not an immature hand. It's a very perfect hand. Even if the figure is being replicated, we see a lot of repetition in his paintings. So if there is one lady, we'll see the same kind of ladies, or the five men, or the three ladies, or a lady with a child. There is some similarity in the formation of the face. There is some similarity in the postures, the proportions, and that's what we will be talking about. We will be creating one here as well. So let's get started, and let me know who all are here to work with me. I mean, like, who all are with their pencils and paper. So you can actually work with me and try to make a painting with me. So here I will fix the camera to the table, and there we will be starting. What we will be needing it, I have not taken a very big paper because I intend to draw and paint in the same session here. So it's a A5 size paper. The GSM is also not very thick. It is a 170 GSM paper. So not a thick GSM. It is a A5 size, that is a half of a A4. And I would be needing one pencil. Eraser, if in case we go wrong, you can take any regular eraser also. So first, with these paintings, it's important that we do the chalk out of the picture. We frame the picture how it is, so that it gets easier for us to paint, right? So very important is, we do see some margins in the side, and they are with no borders actually. When we say that no borders, you will find it contradictory at times, because you will see that in Jamini Roy's paintings you see sometimes a thin border at the bottom, maybe just one side, or some places you will see borders. But Jamini Roy has experiment throughout his time, and in with his art also. I will be taking you around in the next few sessions. I will be talking about the motifs and the folk art also that he drew, and what was the influences here. So we'll start. As I told you before also, the face has to be the egg shape. In Kalighat also we do the same kind of a shape. So I'm just roughly doing the shape of the face. Not very perfect, but we'll just do it a little better later. Here is the earring. In Kalighat paintings and in this, there will be some difference. Like we did the Kalighat paintings, the ornamentation is very different. And whereas here in this Jamini Roy paintings, though it is influenced, but still we do not see the same kind of neck pieces or the earrings. The jewelry is very different. The take on the picture is also very different. Now this is, I will just draw the line to make myself a little clear on where I have to draw the things. So this is a rough geometric proportional variation. Whatever is the size of the face, I've taken the half and crossed it here just like a spherical ball. This is the angle of the face. Like front face will have this line straight, and the side face or the 3/4 profile will have it in an angle. So we'll do that. I'll just add the hair and dura. The eyes are almond shape, often thin, not very thick. Yesterday also, when we were doing the picture, somebody said that all the time we have the eyes outside the face. Not all the time actually. When you will see a face that is either 3/4 or the front face, then you will see it going outside. When you see a side face, you will never see the line going outside. Like this was the picture that we did in the previous session, and here the eye will never go outside the face. So it has a very vast place, and even if we draw a bigger eye, that is Jamini Roy style. So even if we do, it will not go out. But whereas if it is a front face or a side face, or or a 3/4 face, it will. So here just giving a very rough lines here. The lips will be very small and cute. So here just giving a small lip. Whatever the distance is over here, I'm taking the half of it and doing the eyebrows. You will have that, as I mentioned, a very beautiful note of calligraphic expression in his art style. We will have thin ends and thicker middles in his stroke. So it starts with a fine line, gets broader, and ends up with a very fine line. So that is why. Yeah, hello everybody. I didn't get time to wish you all. Please feel yourself welcomed here. Everybody, it's very difficult to call out everybody's name, but yeah, few of you are always there in my lives, and I really thank you for that. Here after this we'll just decorate it with a bindi. Sometimes you will see that there is a eyeball, or sometimes there won't be an eyeball. So that is just the interest of the person, okay, or whatever the mood of the artist was at that moment. So this here, the nose will be very small, just this much. Sometimes we see the nose is very prominent. When the front face is there, we see the bridge of the nose, means the left and the right of the bridge of the nose and the nostril, everything very proper. But for this kind of a face, it wasn't. Because here it is just the recreation of what the picture is. Generally, the outside of the hands are very curved, so we do not have very pointed, gentle curve. Here it's a little rough line, but this is a proportion, how to get it proportion, in proportion whatever the size of the face is, whatever the size of the face is, the arms will be the same size, and this area also gets to be the same size. That's the proportion of most of the paintings. And here one hand like this. We have to just balance our hand because we don't want it to be broad or thin. So I'll have to erase at times to just do justice to his work. Then, if it's a twisted body, there is a big wave here. Generally, we see that the ladies, when we make the style, we do make the chest and the bulky, the bust is very heavy here. But in Jamini Roy's, until and unless this is not the matter, it's the curve of the body that flows you. So here. So I'll be erasing few of the lines because I'm just getting onto the shape here. Here, and here will be the hand. So I had two lines, I'll just erase one. So this, the lower portion, this is the waist. So the upper body is not very big, and the lower part will be just the double of it almost. So giving the curve to the body, giving the waist is very thin and very artistically bended. I'll have to balance it a little later. We'll see. So here, like so, somewhat similar. Now the dancer has a symbol in his hand. In Hindi we call it manjira. I don't know what they call it locally in Bengal or Kolkata. So here is this line gets hidden because of the hand. How to make the hands are very beautiful, and generally we see the palm size is actually bigger in this. So we'll have the side of the hand, which is this side of the hand, which is this side of the hand, and with the small finger over here. So that we'll have the fingers. There's a thread that will come out. Here is the thumb, and this is the palm. So somewhat similar. Okay, wherever we have cut the lines of the shoulder, we have to erase it because we will be keeping the hand and not the shoulder. But still, while drawing, it's very important to have that line so that you get it in a proper proportion. So this over here. While painting also, the hands were painted red for the dancers, and the feet were also painted red. So that is here. These are few of the lines of the dress. There is never a print on the dress. It is all blank. Sometimes we see very small dots or lines on the dress, or else we see it all flat colored. We call it block coloring. We can Jaya Savant. Can we say just like Picasso models? Not really. Not really. It's not Picasso model. It's nowhere. These two arts are very different. So it's very different. It's about, in Picasso, the facial features are very um, abstract. Here it's not. So it's not that. The orientation is very modern. The color scheme is very peppy and bright, but we cannot say that it's a Picasso model. Here we have very limited palette also. Those who have not visited my Instagram, please visit. It's by the name of anuja.art. And even if you do your work following the video, you can post it on your Instagram and tag me there so that I get to see your work. Now here, and the dresses are not shown very highly. It's just the sari that's shown, or the dupatta, or some kind of so that is what will go here. So I'm just giving this shape over here. Doing the hands, again the same kind of thing. I think I made this line a little more. I'll give it angle. And while the facing the hands, only the little finger comes to the front. And this is the palm, the same as we did it here. We will keep it of the same size. So like this. These are small metal symbols here. Here probably it should be a little more than what I made. It should be a little bigger. I'll just fix it while I'll be painting. So the fingers are big, the palm is longer. That's how. When we look at the structure, we get to see that the ladies are quite tall. So here I'll just fix the curves coming to the foot. This. So fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This. Later, most of the details will come with the paint. Here, as this has come over here, I will be doing this part also. Some balancing I'll have to do and erase the lines that I showed you here. So I'll be erasing the center line and these lines. I have to redo the lines. If you have any questions, you may just type in. So the almond shape eyes, which is very different from the regular Kalighat. He was just inspired by Kalighat, but he never copied that art. He also was the common men, that is, like I would say, the middle class, whatever was there. He was very taken by their lifestyles, because he also belonged to the same kind of culture. And so Bengal culture, what the culture was there, was a big influence on him. And we see that his later works, the styles that he was famous for, were actually the traditional art forms, the traditional style. Now he did a commissioned work. He started his career as a commissioned artist, and in commission art he made a big series of paintings that were done for Ramayana. The series was Ramayana, and some Mr. Das gave him this commission work, and he had to paint the sequence of Ramayana from the birth till the Sita gets herself immersed in the fire. So from there till there, he had to make big canvases. Few of those canvases are still in the museums here in India also, and more of the Kalighat and the Jamini Roy paintings are in the museums which are abroad. He did his two shows also, solo shows in New York and London. In the first show was in Calcutta itself, and then later was in London. And so that is when he got very famous, his style, and he was a big scale artist. When I talk about the scale artist, he started doing his work, and he took a lot of assistants also to help him. So while he was doing his work, there were a lot of assistants helping him, because he has to prepare his own colors, he has to prepare his own boards. Those were not ready made boards or the canvases, everything was prepared, and the opaqueness and the quality, the pigmentation or the brightness of the natural colors, he was taken by those. So that is the main thing, that over after experimenting with all the European art forms and the material that was available to him, he chose natural colors and the Indian styles and Indian tradition over everything else. That makes him really special, and an inspiration for all. That it's not only that we get so moved out by other things, it's where your heart lies, where your roots are. And he was very much he was very cultural, he was very traditional, and that's what we see in his paintings. And yes, as I was talking about, there were 17 canvases that he painted, and those were all for the sequence of Ramayan. And he started his career as a portrait artist, and he used to do with oil paints, and he used to do the commission work. He used to paint the portraits. And that's what that because he was a full-time artist and his profession was art. So that is when he has to earn his living also there with that. So we will start the painting of it. If anybody has any doubts, you can write. Please show the hand again. Okay, sure. I will be drawing the hand and I'll show it to you. Just on the table then. Yes. For the hands will be very different. It's just that when you see the hand in the mirror, you will be able to see. If I show you this, you will be able to, if in case here, you will see that this is the broad thing. So a very flex hand. This is a very bigger version that I'm drawing. This is the palm side of it. And as I showed you here, this. This is the little finger. The flex outside. So it's like not the straight, but a little going towards the back. So this is kind of the thing that is there. Like this. That's what I gave the symbol, because that is held between the fingers like this to work with. So this is the placing of it. And here. So these are the fingers, and the thumb comes over here and adds to the palm. So this is the kind of hand that is mostly seen. Definitely with the different kind of postures, the formation of the hands will change. So this, depending on which angle the hand is, you can have it like this. That is what it is here right now. If in case the hand is in a different way, you can have it in a different style. So this is basically the understanding of the how the hand has to be. So suppose it's a little down over here, so then the hand goes down. So whatever your place is, but the hand will be, the fingers are very important. The palm is always a little bigger, not smaller. We will see at places he contradicts the facial proportions, but That's his style. So the lips are very, very small. I'll just draw it a little dark that you can see that they are separated. So if in case you want to see it big, how the lips will be. So this is the eye, almond shape eye. This is the eye here. The nose will be just very simple, and the lips are without any expressions. The lips are very, very flat, so no going up or down. Those are flat lips, very small lips, and that's how I showed you here. So with this line, it's just this much. Eyeballs, if not visible, please don't draw. If in case you want to, go ahead. Okay. Draw on separate. Oh yeah, I did, right? So here I'll just fix all the lines whatever I drew and not required for painting purposes. I will be just erasing them so that we can start with the painting. Few of the details. So this is how the lady gets adorned later. We'll just make her look very pretty and beautiful. So here, as I already told, that the color palette was very limited for him, and he used only 7 colors in the palette, and this is the palette that I used for yesterday's work, and the colors are the same. So we will be just continuing with the same one. I will be using DOM's poster colors, and I will show you how to fix the consistency and do your colors flawlessly, how to work on your strokes as well in the separate paper too. So DOM's poster colors, it's not important that you take only this brand. You can take any brand. Poster colors I always recommend for folk arts because they do not reflect the they don't reflect the light, they absorb it, and that's the beauty of these colors. Watercolors, if in case there's always a question when I say poster colors, that people ask me watercolors, can I do with watercolors? Watercolors will have transparency, and we do not need any transparency. So in that case, in case you take watercolors, you'll have to do layers and layers, or the thick application of watercolors, which is not required. So the appropriate paint for the appropriate thing will give you better results. So let's get started. Just put it all away. I will be taking my 8 round synthetic brush for the background, and it will not take me much time to cover the background. Sometimes we see that we do have the double line or 3 layers of lines in the borders. So just scoop up a little paint. See to it that you make up paint in one batch. That's again I'm telling you again and again, बहुत helpful होता है, and you do not get patches, right? Very important. Consistency is also very important. तो आप उसको अच्छे से fix करिए. आपको बहुत ज़्यादा wet नहीं चाहिए, आपको बहुत ज़्यादा dry नहीं चाहिए, lumpy नहीं होना चाहिए. When you take it out from the bottle, it's always lumpy. You will see. ये देखिए lumps है. Right, you have to break the lumps and get it into homogeneous, मतलब एक सार होना है. It has to be very beautifully blending. So as soon as you blend, you press your bristles and you see that okay, now it's beautiful. Enamel paint का जो thickness रहता है ना, enamel paint, whatever we do it on the doors and all, the same thickness will be good, not the lumpier one. Okay, so here I'll just shift this to the corner and we will start the painting. If you want to make the border with a pencil, please make it. If you have not subscribed the channel, I wish you subscribe it. So that, and press the bell icon, so if in case you do not get a notification or a message from my side on the WhatsApp group, you will always be able to get it as a reminder from the notifications. So press the bell, that will always help you in keeping a tag on whatever workshop is going on and whatever the upcoming sessions are. While I move my brush, it's often I move my hand and not my fingers. So you can actually see that that gives you a very smooth coverage. So the backgrounds are mostly terracotta, mostly, but not all the time. Sometimes we see them in different shades of blue, greens, and shades of brown. So it's not all the time that it is terracotta, but for this painting that it was terracotta shade. And I have taken poster brown. I have not added any of the colors in it. You can adjust your colors by adding a little bit of red too, so that if in case you want it to be a little different. Do not press your bristles, just apply and fill the color. So it's just kind of a flooding. If you do that kind of a trick, you will never have the lines. Yesterday also I explained both the methods of how we get the lines and how we do not get the lines. How to save this painting for a longer time? Any painting that you do it on the paper, it's better to get it framed. If in case you cannot get all the paintings framed, please keep them secure in a portfolio. You get portfolio files which have transparent sleeves. You can just put it there. You don't need to fix it because it's not a dry medium. Varnish is also not required. It's good enough. So it's just that. So when I'll just add a drop of water because it's some time that it's drying now, so I'll just fix the consistency again. If you change your consistency or you're getting up in the middle of your painting, you need to fix your consistency again, otherwise your application will be not so even. And try to do it from one side in one direction, so you will not have the lines. I'll just turn it so that I don't put my hand on that edge. So while you have actually, I did the drawings, I'm not planning to actually trace the line. because if you are planning to trace all the lines, sometimes you will see that your hands will shake. The tracing is with the paint gets a little difficult at times, so just go with the confident strokes. I'm leaving some area in the corner where I will be using a different color to give it a border, so probably a yellow ochre or something. Nicely pressing my brush and sweeping it here, because it is the middle part. I can just fill it. You may draw the line, so then you will get the even border. I'll just turn it. So I am actually reaching to a very tricky place. So I have to really keep quiet till then so that I don't shake my hand. So just a minute. That's it. So by that time, those who have actually maybe a few of you know about Jamini Roy, please type in your favorite painting. What is your favorite painting of Jamini Roy? So I'll just wait for the answers and see what is the maximum, I mean, like where the vote goes, what is the liking, because he has a big collection. His collection is over 20,000, even more than that. So he is an artist who painted really so many. It's not possible in one's lifetime to have 20,000 paintings. So that is something really difficult to achieve. So if you have any special liking for any particular painting of Jamini Roy, please type in. And all these places where the background is seen in the middle. Lady holding lotus, lady or baby. Okay, lady and the baby. Yes, that is one. I love that lady with the baby. We also see a lot of diverse things. We see different religions, also Sufis, saints, tapaswinis, the ladies doing the mala, the jap, the yoginis and all, the gopis. There's so many, and all the ladies are so beautiful because of the curves of the body. So we go. It's like, and there is a theme also in it. So it celebrates the motherhood. We always see the lady in the most graceful self. We do not see any any of the influence of Patachitra, this Kalighat paintings of Occidental style, which was the Babus and the Bibis, which we did later, the later phase. So it was Pujarans, yes, Pujarans are very beautiful. So this, while all the border has dried, now we will be doing another color. I'll just wash my same brush and we will do the face. Now for this I'm not doing the bright yellow, I will be doing a little ochreish. So giving it a little shade, I will show you how the face will be. When we look at the body of these dancers, gopinis or the dancers also, sometimes we see its bronze color, which is the brown, darker shade of brown. We also see them light skin tones, as sometimes when we see Mary and Jesus, we see Mary in the skin tone. When we see the tribals, then we see the brown skins, gray and brown skins there. And when we do the beautiful ladies like dances and all, it's bright glowing yellow. So that is what the color code that he chooses. So here the background is terracotta that shows a very earthy tone, and it sets the whole thing, and all the colors, they really pop out in this. So I will just make the shade in front of you here. Always keep two bowls if you're using the same brush, first for the first wash, second for the second wash, so that once you are done, you are good with your clean brush. So not, if you are using just one brush, one bowl to wash your brush, you won't even wash it very nicely, that's for sure. Okay, so here I am taking the yellow. This is the chrome yellow. Krishna and Gopis, three Pujarans, yes, these are all beautiful ones. I am also very fond of his folk arts. He has made some alpanas, if anybody knows about it. We will do alpanas in the sessions, in the lives also. Alpanas also are very, very beautiful because of the color combination that is there, and the bold strokes in the alpana, the lines. So we will do that also. That is very less known to people. So we will do that also. Here I am taking a little bit of ochre and adding it to the yellow, so to give a little brownish tone here. Very light, not too much. To fix water. So the body, generally we see that even if the dupatta is made, this body is not it looks beautiful, but then it is all the skin color, doesn't show that the bare body, doesn't feel like, doesn't look vulgar at all, but this is all the skin that is shown. So I'll just show you that in a moment. I will be painting over the eyebrows because I will be doing it directly with black later. Try to get the even tone. Wherever the skin is, we will go with the same color. If you get the lines, just work yourself. In the opposite direction so that you don't get lines. try to get the sweeping strokes so that minimum lines are left out. So like that, just sweep it nicely. All the flat coloring without any shade, whereas in Kalighat we had to give the shade. If you remember, we gave the shade to hands and other places. Here it is all block flat color. That is a very modern abstract looking look to this whole thing. Sometimes we also see them as in green color. So it's the viridian, bright viridian green that's used for their body, for the gopinis, or the dancers, the gopinis. That would be great. What will be great? Mother and child. I love family picture. Okay, Anjana, lady with the child, Krishna and Gopi, three pujarins. Okay, yes, those are all very beautiful. But the motifs and the folk arts that he did for a very less time, but they are very beautiful. So you will see that attraction in the painting. We will be doing that, which is very less seen or known by his name. So here, while filling this yellow, you will always see that whatever you've drawn is very much visible. So even if you have to do the second lining or the line work with these colors, you will be able to do it very clearly. So that is when these lines are very helpful. I will be washing this over here. Okay, this portion is left for the inside. I hope nothing is left right here. Yeah, very good. So this is done. I'm saying very good to myself. Okay, let me just wash it and get ready for the next paint. So now comes the dress, and you can do it with any color, but the combinations are very important. If you have done it yellow, you need not try on yellow. Oh, okay. Lady with the parrot in hand, while Durga Puja, everyone did it in their house. Okay, pandals also. Yes, we do a lot in the pandals also. This is, I mean, like Durga Puja, we have a lot of celebrations and a lot of beautiful things. Yeah, here in India. Now I will be doing a light blue color. So taking my cobalt blue. You can do whichever color, because the intention is not to copy the artist. It is just to, it's a just a way of doing your art by just trying to capture, which is still very difficult, I would say. Copying, first, when we are copying any art, it gets really difficult. So it's not that easy to copy some art, because already It has its own set parameters. So the blue over here, and let me just fix the color and the consistency. So considering we will be doing the whole sari and the dupatta with the same color, we have to just see how much color is required and how much we have to make, so that we don't have to make it again and again. So this is a good amount of color. Again, check your consistency. It has to be the enamel paint like consistency, so it's not collecting at one place. Even if you put it in one place, it doesn't show the lumps. It subsides very well, so it doesn't have a definition right now, or neither is it very wet. Yes, we'll do alpana. Yes, Vaishali. Very solid, beautiful stroke. For those who are not in India, and you can use your tempera colors also for doing this art, because there we do not get something as by the name of poster colors. You get tempera colors, you can use that. Just filling in this for all the places. No pencil lines will be seen because it has a good thickness to the paint and it will cover up. So here, just flat filling. Where are you situated, ma'am? Okay, I'm in Bangalore right now. I'm saying right now because every 5 years I keep changing my place. So yes, I was in Gurgaon before this, and now here I'm in Bangalore. Before that I was in US. Right now here in Bangalore. So anybody from Bangalore right now in the session? So I did this and my blue is complete. I don't want to do any more. The center part I'll keep it white. Just washing it in 2 bowls again, as I said. Now this is only the background, that is only the flat coloring that is there. Okay, Anjali. Yes, okay, you are from Bangalore. Okay. Now here I'll take few of the colors. I'll take now red. Let's take red. I am taking the poster red here because it's very bright. I don't want to take crimson. Crimson gets a little dark. So the vibrance of the red won't be the same when you use the poster red or crimson. The crimson is a little darker. You may take thin brush for thinner places. I will use the same 8 round. So very small lips and the red. Bindi. The hands are with alta. So there is one line that we will do on the inner side of the hand. And that's how the stroke is. I will just show you the zoomed here. See. And the inside will be totally red. So this is the hand here. For the feet also, we would be doing the similar thing. So even the fingers, the tips of the fingers are covered with alta. For this hand also. Here. Pretty much for red. You may do some strokes if in case you want to. I will be just taking, yeah, I'll just do one stroke over here to give the brightness to this part. Press and release, as I said, you should not be having a continuous line for this. I'll take the plain cobalt blue to do the details on this, and then I will be going with the black. If your paint is thick, you will not have a very free flowing stroke, so you have to fix that as well. So the strokes will be thin and then thick. The other side as well. We will try to fix the same symmetries on the other side. I'll take the brown and do some lines and black later. There is also very important thing. It will take some time for me to explain here. It's not only one outline. You will see that. Oh, Anjana, hey ma'am, please stay in Ahmedabad also. I will love to take classes from you personally. Okay, my daughter is in Ahmedabad. So I'm taking the signa, the same color, and I would be doing some detail work here, which is very important. I'll just take a thin brush for that. And it's not very thin, it's a 3 number round. Just taking signa. There are often we see there are two lines. Two lines, it's not only the black one. So we'll just mix it well and maintain the tip while you're doing the thin areas. Now with the curves, it's important to have that effect. While drawing we drew, but while we are painting, then we have to still do that again. So with a continuous and a steady hand, this. So these are very important ones. And then later we will be doing black. So we will have two outlines. One is with brown and the other is with black. So it gives a very good flow or a movement to the body as well. So this for the separation of this, the body and the dupatta. This. Just the detailed lines. This will give a lot finish. For the face also we have to do it. So you will see, because I'm doing a very delicate area over here, I won't be talking, I'll just explain you before. So you'll see that the very fine end is required over here, and the same would be done over here, and the end will go very thin. So like so, very feather headed. The all the side. So this is pretty much, I'll just do this here. I'm not going end to end, just giving some stroke. I guess we are covered with all of it. If in case I'm missing anything, yeah, it's cool. So now comes the black. That is the most beautiful thing to add on. Black and white. If a painting has a black also and white also, all the darkest and the lightest colors, it will be very beautiful, and all the brightness comes to the painting. So here we will be adding. First I will be doing the black. I'll be doing it with a 3 round. It's here. Number 3 round synthetic brush. There's also some questions that come up in my YouTube comments, is whether we can use a watercolor brush for poster color. See, you can use it in case if it is you are using it for a certain art where you are mixing a lot of waters, means you are giving washes means the water is more and you're just giving the layers and layers of washes. Then you can do it with your regular watercolor brushes. But whenever you are doing the poster color and like flat coloring, there is some extra tension that you will get in a synthetic brush, so you can opt for a synthetic brush. Thank you, Jyoti. Thank you. It's yet to look more beautiful. Okay, so now we will be starting with this. So just with one tension you have to, tension means one spring of stroke. See to it, you're not covering your brown line. It will always give the a little contour to the face. Leave that line and then go on this side. The hair. I'm giving some design. So this wasn't drawn, but yeah, I forgot to draw this. At places you will see I'm leaving those brown lines and taking the edge over that. I'll show you. So I won't be very particular. I'm leaving those as second outlines. So here, if I zoom it, you will be able to see I left those brown lines around. I'll just show you very close here. Like this. So this brown line stays as the inside of it, whereas I did as a border. So this is a very fine outlining that you will see in many of his paintings. So I'll just show you a little so that it's easier. So move your hand and not your fingers. That's important. Just turning it to my facility. These are the bangles. I didn't do it for the first time here, so just doing it later. Here, I would not be doing any of the eyeballs. Ouch! See what the disaster. Okay. If something happens like this, wait for it to dry. Okay, I slipped my brush and this happened. So there's no need to panic for this. This can be all fixed up. So we will wait till it dries completely. Here and here. Like so. We are done with all the detailing part here, and just with brown, not with black, just with brown I will be doing few the nose. So the nose is not yet drawn. I'll just take the finest this hairline and we'll do the small nose. Very small, only that much. And yes, now we'll go to the white. So wash your brush. You can take another brush, not a very pointed brush. You don't need very pointed for this. Just I am taking a six round brush for my white. Yeah, we'll continue with the decorations. These dots are very commonly seen. So, but they look very beautiful. Some strokes in the middle. Here and few over here. For the waistband also we will do some. I'll do the a flare on the dress. See, we can actually paint over this also. It's not that difficult, but if in case you feel that you will be giving too many strokes and reactivating your base, then you may just think to draw it at the first place. Now here, this symbol is there, and there is a string that comes out here for the dress also. So this is how we have added all the details. For this part, for the lower part also, we will be doing the black outline, but we'll wait for it to dry. Meanwhile, I'll tell you how to, if in case you had a drop like this, how to fix it. So you have to make a very opaque color of the base, which I'll do it right now. Not too much of water, and just reapply. I'll just turn it this side so that I don't put my hand over it. And it will all get covered up. So there is practically no problem if you are doing watercolor, acrylic or anything, and you happen to, if this happens to you, which would happen for somebody, maybe sometime, it will always happen, these accidents, but we have to just stay calm and rework on that, and then we will cover up all of it. The same way we can cover whatever dots have come on the face, very tiny dots, but I will be working on that as well, so that I get this piece as a flawless piece. So it's a nazar battu that has come over here. It was coming out so well. So here I'll just redo a little bit of the same and just take it and fix it. So I'll just do it in a minute. There we go. It's all done. So this is our picture. Only one thing is left here, the black outline, which I will be doing. Right now this area has dried a little. You need not go outline it. So if in case the spacing is there, it's okay. You will see that in his paintings also. There we go. We are done with this. But always the background is never kept blank. So never kept blank. So I will be taking my white here and doing the backgrounds. The backgrounds have very small alpanas. It's not very big. And the flowers that he makes is like catches your eye. Like in the normal traditional places, we do the small chalk and all. It's just the same, two concentric circles and some dots. So that way. There are few eminent borders, very different borders that are used, that are often seen in his paintings. So we will, when we will meet in the next class on Saturday, next Saturday, then we will be doing those alpanas and beautiful borders also, and some folk arts as well. And this would just finish in a moment. We will be finishing with it. This was a little it was a little elaborate work than yesterday's, so I guess it took a little bit more time. Here, and we are ready with this beautiful lovely lady. There's a different code for the flowers and the leaves that he uses in his paintings, and this is one of them. I hope you like this painting. I will ask, I'll answer all to the answer to your questions, whatever you have, if in case you have still. So, this is what we created today, and here I hope you like it. So this is a very popular painting. It's a very popular painting. If in case you come around checking his paintings, then you will come across this as well. And very similar ones which look very similar to this. So basically the study of the body, the proportions, how much is the face, what is the angle, how the eyes are, how the lip and the nose is. They are not in the coherence with the facial anatomy. It's very abstract and very small. The what is the proportion of the torso and the legs, the double the size. So those are few things that we worked on today. I hope you understood the main essence of Jamini Roy's painting, and now you will observe those paintings with a different eye of appreciation. So thank you all for being with me today. I hope you had a good time. I did had a good time, and yes, I'm very happy with what we made today. So I will see you next class, and keep creating, because here in Art Thrills it's nothing but just to inspire you or to connect you to the art, and to have and to feel very proud of the Indian art and its history. So thank you all for being here today with me. See you next Saturday. Bye bye, take care.